Let's see, you go there. And okay, sweet. Theology to. Oh, hey, hi. Wow, you were here before like opening doors hours. How are y'all doing this morning? You doing good? You're doing good. I mean, it's a good day. Are you all really doing good? Let me hear how good you are doing. Are you doing good? Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, welcome to the park library, the Grand Park Library. See, I love this place, man. It is a great place to be, a great place to work. There's books. I love being surrounded by books. Does anyone love like the library? Have you ever walked into a library and just been like, literature, wow, and pages and books and knowledge and resources, wow. Yeah, absolutely. You should. Libraries are great places, man. And today we're focusing all month long here in the library, we're focusing on the word love. Absolutely. See, love is a powerful word. Love means a lot of things to a lot of different people. Now, love can break a heart, but love can also fix a broken heart. Love can take us places and make us do things that we would never do ourselves. Now, love is a powerful, powerful thing. Just 4 letters, but it can mean so much to so many people. There's a reason that love is a whole genre of music. Did you know that? Are you any of you like music fans? You like listening to music? You like getting up and dancing and singing a little bit? Yeah, that's right. There's a whole genre, a whole section of music devoted to love songs, right? Yeah, those songs that you hear maybe at weddings or maybe in the kitchen with your parents dancing around, or love songs. They're a lot of fun, right? And they can be romantic, they can be a lot of fun, they can mean so much to so many different people. Now, love is showing others how much they matter to you. Does anyone have someone who matters to them? Absolutely, you should all have your hands raised. You all matter, and you all have people in your lives who matter to you, right? Yeah. Now, God has a lot of people who matter to him. Maybe, I don't know, everyone, every single person living, every single creation was made by God. And God made that because they matter. We matter. Every single one of you matter to God. You're all created individually, beautifully by God to do great things, to be creative, to really know what love is. Now, me personally, I love a lot of things. I love a lot of people. I mean, people are so easy to love. Sometimes there are people who are difficult to love, but we got to remember that God made them out of love. God made us to love them. That's what love is all about, showing people how much they matter. But just thinking about that, I was wandering around the library, as I do. Sometimes I wander and I get stuck in like bookshelves and I don't remember where I am. But I was thinking about the fact that you can love so much, but can you love something? Especially, can you love something, like a thing, like you love someone or somebody? Is that possible? Can you love something the same way that you love someone? What do you think? Yes? No? Well, let's think about that for a minute. Like, I love my family. Does anyone love their family? I love my family. They come first before anyone. My wife, my daughter, our dogs, and our horse. I love my family, and I put them first no matter what. No one comes before them. But I also love places. I love the library. I absolutely love the library. I mean, I really do. Ever since I was your age or even younger, I have always loved libraries. See, when I started out going to libraries, I would go in and I would be astounded by everything that was there. But then I started jumping into the books, like actually learning about what books are, how they're written, and I love words. I love words. Like, they fascinate me. Like, for instance, one of my favorite words is Hippomonstrosaquipedaliophobia. Do you know what that means? That is the fear of long words. What? That is crazy. That is like you got to be afraid of that word just to say it, right? That doesn't make any sense. But I love that word. I love that words can have so much meaning for us, right? four letters, that word love can mean so much to so many people, and just it can create stories in your mind. It can create images that have connected you thinking about love. It's amazing how much words can mean. The power of words, of information can be very real. And for instance, like, I love taking words and then putting them together. And I'm not talking about like anti and then establishmentarianism. No, I'm talking about just like putting words together to form a sentence. Right? And then those sentences can be put together to form an idea. And then those ideas can be put together to make stories and novels and such. And you can go far and far and far. The more that you read those stories, you can be in a book, right? In a book, reading it, and you can be transported to another place completely. You're so mentally focused on some kind of fantasy place or some kind of amazing Bible adventure, and you're in it. You're really in there just from the words that you're reading. That is amazing. Now, words have power, and no truer words, no more powerful words have ever been written or spoke or anything than in the Bible. I mean, God's word, God's living word is the Bible. Have you ever heard that? Have you ever heard the Bible called God's living word? It is living. It's living. And there's no other book like that. This book, are you alive, sir? No, it is not. That book is not alive. God's living word is the Bible. It is always doing things. It's transforming hearts. It's changing us and teaching us how to be, how to live. That's why it's so amazing when we talk about how important the Bible is. And I love the Bible. I love the stories in the Bible. I love stories in general, man. Do any of you, have you ever written a story, or have you thought about like a creative story before? Any creative story writers out there? Awesome. Okay, so in case you're not familiar with storytelling, I love storytelling. So I'm gonna start with an idea and see where we can go from that. So let's see, today's story. How about once upon a time? No. That's like a fairy tale, right? No, I don't want to do it once upon a time. I'm just gonna start out, and I want today's story to be about an adventurer. Yeah. I like people who like go and do bold things, especially like in the Bible when it talks about people who are just ordinary, but go out and do bold things. So today's adventurer is going to be a deep sea diver. And maybe the deep sea no, I don't know. I feel like we've been on like a deep sea diving thing for like a while. So maybe what if we did an astronaut? Right? An astronaut. Astronauts are cool. I wanted to be an astronaut when I was young. I mean, I thought it'd be cool to go into space, but then again, I feel like I do that a lot. Like, that's just common. I want to do something a little bit different. You know what? Let's go back to a deep sea diver, maybe. Or, I don't know. Astronaut is really cool, though. What do you think? Deep sea diver or astronaut? Astronaut, deep sea diver? Diver? I don't know. I like diving. Okay. I heard a little bit more deep sea. Let's go deep sea diver. Deep sea diver. Okay. I'm talking deep. Okay, so today's story will be about a deep sea diver. And our deep sea diver's name is unimportant because they did things that were so amazing that you didn't even have time to focus on the name. Our deep sea diver would go down to the depths, and they went into a place they referred to as the blue. See, the blue is a place that meant something completely different than to most people. Most people think of blue as being a calming color, a nice, peaceful color. But not our adventurer. Our adventurer knew the blue as something dangerous and adventurous and murky and unknown. See, other seafarers who weren't at all as brave as our adventurer would talk about the blue or the deep blue sea as something that was unknown and scary. But our adventurer looked that fear in the face and said, I am going to go to places that no one's developed before. Rather than going to space, I know that there's whole worlds and whole creatures that have not been discovered in the deep blue, so that's where I'm going to go. Our adventurer knew that there was so much to be discovered, and they loved that. Our adventurer is going to be a she. a she, right? A ma'am, a girl, a lady. I like female adventurers. Like my daughter is already an adventurer, and she's like just about a year old. So I'm going to do that. So our adventurer had known adventure for a long time. They had lived so many lives of being adventurous themselves. In one life, she was a cowboy. Yeah, and she would wrestle up them cowboys. She'd be like, "Yeehaw!" And she didn't let anything get in the way of her. She was known as like the storm of the West because she was so wild. She made the West more wild, everything that she did. And in another life, she was a pirate, right? Yeah. And our adventurer was a pirate, and she was known for doing all kinds of crazy things. She never held one crew because the crew could not keep up with her. As a matter of fact, our adventurer was known for saying things like, I don't live for danger. Ha! Danger lives for me. Wait, no. That's kind of lame. Oh, okay. Our adventurer would say things like, the sea is like a great poker game. Unpredictable. Okay, yeah, we'll stick with that for right now until I come up with something better. So she would say things like that, and she was known for being someone who had so much more intrigue about her. Like people had questions, but they couldn't ever have them answered because she was just so awesome. And she had a hook for a hand. Wait, no, that's been done, hasn't it? What about a knife for a hand? Wait, that actually makes like scratching your nose kind of difficult. Ooh, what about something completely different? What about a spatula for a hand? Yeah, so our pirate, our lady pirate had a spatula for a hand, and she had formerly worked at places known as the hash-slinging slasher, and yet she moved on because she said, I don't have jobs have me, and yet I am breaking free. So she would go to different adventures, and the more she went, she found more creatures that were dangerous and yet more interesting with every new thing she would find. So this particular day, she had an encounter, a near-fatal encounter with a school of fish. A school of fish? What are you thinking, Nate? What about, she had a near-fatal encounter with a shark tiger, or a tiger shark, or a shark. No, that's predictable, isn't it? We went unpredictable, Nate. Okay. How about she came into it and she was fighting a sea beast, a giant squid, a massive, gigantic squid, a squid that no one had ever seen before. The arms would wiggle out and they would grab, but no one had seen the face, at least until today. And our adventurer, I don't know. I kind of lost my train of thought there. You know what? We'll come back to it. But my point is that stories are awesome. It's almost like when you speak them, they come into existence. It feels like that anyway. I don't know. Stories are awesome, though, and I love creating that way. I love creating things that can inspire people, can take people to other places, and create places. After all, there's the beginning of the Bible is talking about how God spoke us into existence. He spoke mankind. He spoke the entire world into existence. And that is an awesome story in itself. I really hope that we hear about that soon. Maybe we will. But for right now, I want to focus on creativity because I love that we are all made to be creative. You are all creative people. You are created to be creative. So that gives me an idea for like playing a game together. Like I know that I've been talking a lot. So I think that we could play a game that uses our creative juices, all of us, and we could make a game all about creativity. But I don't know, I want to draw something. Is anyone else they like drawing things, coloring or stuff like that? Okay, awesome. So we can use all of you to play this fun game about drawing things and learning new things together. So we could call it something like Epic illustrations. Yeah, epic illustrations. So our game is going to be involving these boards, and we can draw with markers, and we need someone to draw, right? So I need 6. I need 6 volunteers. Who would like to come up and play epic illustrations? I'm going to start with the older crowd over here. Anyone? Anyone want to draw? No? No? It's going to be pretty fun. All right. You want to come up and draw? All right, absolutely. So if you want to make your way to the front of the stage and you want to come up and play, all right, head on up. Let's see. Yes, absolutely. And you want to play? All right. And let's see. You want to play? Okay, cool. And let's see. I need one more. You want to play? All right, absolutely. Come on up. Woo, woo. All right, so let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Can I get all the boys on this side? All the dudes? Yeah. Right over here, all the girls? Yeah. I think we're going to have a friendly competition, boys versus girls. Sound good to you? Come on. Are you ready for this game? You don't seem very excited. You want to play epic illustrations? Yeah. All right. So let's get Team 1's names. What is your name? Rainan. All right. Naaman. Rainan and Naaman? Dang, okay. Rainan, Naaman, and?
Joshua.
And Joshua, all right. And the girls' team, what is your name?
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Lizzie.
Lizzie.
Jessica.
And Jessica. All right. So, our awesome, yeah, absolutely. Give them a round of applause. It takes a lot of bravery to come up. All right. So today's game, I'm going to be giving each team, you're going to have 3 rounds. That's why there's 3 of you on each team. And you're going to have 3 rounds where I will give you the title, the name of an epic story. And you will be illustrating. You will be drawing out that. So if the story was, say, Zootopia, you couldn't just write Zootopia. No, that's not fun. That's not that epic. So you're going to draw it out. Like Zootopia is a movie about like creatures, right? Like animals in a city. So you could draw like a cityscape, maybe some buildings and some animals, and try to guess it from there. But it's not just teams of 3. It's teams of the entire room. So I need the entire room to split up. I need, let's see, can we get Mr. Stewart and your entire group? And then this side of the room, yeah, you can go ahead and scoot on over so it's very obvious. And then let's, Miss Jessica, you can go ahead and take your team over there. And then, is that one group? Is this all one group? How about I'm going to split right here, and all you guys can take a scoot over here. Don't worry, you'll get back together with your groups. But over here, this entire side of the room is going to be rooting for the girls' team. Let's hear it up for the girls' team. And you're going to be drawing out your illustrations right over here. Everyone's going to be looking over here because you are going to be the guessers. You're going to be guessing the title, the name of our epic story. Can you do that? I don't think so. Can you do that? Yeah, absolutely. All right, and the boys team, you're all going to be rooting for the boys. Let's hear it for the boys team. Yeah. All right, so you'll be looking right here. The boys will be drawing right here. Okay. All right, so does that make sense? So if you have at any point, as soon as I say epic illustrations, draw, you can watch and you can vote and you can call it out. And the first team to call out the right name will be the winner for that round. So for our first round, we'll have Rainan. If you want to come on over, and you have markers right here. And the furthest out, sorry. All right, and Jessica, if you want to come on over. Jessica, you're going to be our first round drawer. Are you pumped? Are you ready to draw? Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to tell you. Don't start yet. All right. So you're going to be the top paper on either side. It's okay. You didn't get anything. All right. So I'm going to tell you the title, and then you're going to start drawing when I say draw. All right. So, Rainan. All right. Understated confidence, I like it. All right. So, on a count of 3, we're going to go ahead and draw. And when you think you know, just go ahead and call it out. Are you all ready? Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3. Draw. Go ahead and draw. All right, Rainan. Good start. Oh. You got your markers. Jessica, you're doing great. Good start. We got a circle. Circles. Holes. Oh, okay, okay. All right. Stop, stop, stop. You did a bold start. You got a good start. Oh, man, I wish I actually want to see a lot more of Jessica's drawing. But I did hear on the boys' team, we got Frozen was the answer. Nice. Still adding details. Yeah, give him a round of applause. That was a great job. All right, so if you want to go ahead and have a seat, Rainen, and then we'll pass on to number 2. So you're going to be round number 2. I will take the paper off. A good snowman, man. All right. So if you want to step up, find your marker of choice. Oh, I really want to see, maybe if you have time in group time, I want to see how the rest of this drawing comes out. So I'm going to just set this aside for right now, and you can pick it up later. That was a good job, Jessica. You had a really great start. Awesome. You can have a seat with your group. And then, Lizzie, you ready? All right. Get your marker of choice. Okay. All right. So, number 2. Can you do Aladdin? You think you can do that?
Sure.
Okay. All right. And over here, have Aladdin.
What?
Aladdin. You know that? Yeah. Okay. You think you can do it? I think you can do it. Maybe start with like a lamp, a genie's lamp. It's all right. You can try it. May as well try, right? Whew. All right. So round 2 begins in 3, 2, 1. Draw! Go ahead. You're good. Whatever comes to mind. All right. Lizzie's off to a good start. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, I see where you're going. Nice. Yeah. Well, she doesn't know. She can guess too. What do you think? Call it out if you think you know it. That's true. All right. Shh. This round goes to the girls' team because Aladdin was the answer. Absolutely. All right. Good job. We had a magic carpet. We had the Great Invisibility Act, which takes place in Aladdin. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I think that's a different movie. But that was a good job. Let's give them a round of applause. You guys did a great job. You can have a seat. I understand. I get stuck sometimes, too. So, all right. So our last round. Woo. All right. Want to go ahead? Are you ready? All right. I will give you the title in just a moment. Lizzie, awesome job. With the details, too. Goodness gracious. Awesome job. Awesome. All right. You ready? All right. Get your marker. Make sure it's able to write. All right. Now, our last one. 101 Dalmatians. You can do that? When I say go. All right. All right, we have our titles. Are you ready? Come on, Miss Jess is ready. That's about it. Are you all ready? All right. All right, 1, 2, 3, draw. Yeah, Josh, good start. Okay. Over here. Okay. Yeah. And if you can't see, you can get a little bit closer. That's perfectly fine. Did you hear it? You're on the right path. All right. That's it. Round 3 is come to a conclusion, and that was 101. Look at them all. 101 Dalmatians. That's right. Oh, and we were coming close too. I like that dog a lot. All right. Give our entire teams a round of applause. They did great. But the girls get an even bigger round of applause because they won. Great job. Awesome job. That was really good. Josh. Oh, that was an awesome dog. Dude, good job. Seriously. It takes a lot to just draw a dog from nothing. So that's awesome. All of us have creativity in here. All of us are created to create. All of us are created to love. All of us are... What? You're the adventurer from my story. Like down to the T. That's exactly what I had in mind. That's crazy. Are you real? Are you alive?
I'm pretty sure I'm real. Hold on, let's see. Ready? Oh yeah, I'm real. I'm definitely real. And no spatula hand. I like to cook. So that's why.
That's exactly. I was going to get that in chapter 5. That was awesome. Okay, awesome.
I hope I didn't just ruin your book.
No, by all means. I mean, I didn't know where it was going, but that's so cool. Man, when people come to life from stories. Wait, I've written a lot of stories. I've told a lot of stories. I made up a story about a poodle robot. I made up a story about a robot poodle. I made up a story about this guy named James E. Withers who was put in prison, and he went through a lot. I made up stories about Bible buff boys that never ended. I mean, they were on a journey, and then there was a mystery that ended, and they were in danger. Oh, I gotta get out of here. Okay, you'll be good. Your story's gonna have a happy ending, probably. Okay, I gotta go check on other stories.
Well, I'm not sure what his deal is, but some people are hard to read. That's why I always say some people are like the sea, unpredictable.
Unpredictable! That's it! Oh, that was the best line ever. That's what I was thinking of. And man, when your creation becomes more creative than you, that is a crazy. Oh, what did you say? It was...
Some people are like the sea, unpredictable.
Unpredictable. That is genius. Genius. Thank you so much. Wow. Unpredictable. How did I not think of it?
See? Unpredictable. But you know what? That's what I love so much about people, is that God made each and every single one of us amazingly and wonderfully unique. I mean, just look around the room, for example, from the youngest kindergartners to the oldest 4th and 5th graders to your park leaders and everyone else that is in this church. We are all made in the image of God, yet we are uniquely ourselves. Isn't that so amazing? And God, make sure we're listening. Make sure we're listening. And another thing that God gave us is our heart to love Him and to love each other. Because when we love each other, we are showing love to God's creation. And then we are loving God through it. And it's just so amazing that what we do here on earth actually has an impact on our Heavenly Father. It's awesome if you really think about it. And there's a way each week here in the park that we show God that we are living for Him, that we love Him. And we do it each week, and it's called Making an Offering. That's right. Offering is a time we're going to turn to God a portion of what He has already given us. When we make an offering, we're showing God that we love and trust Him with everything in our lives, including our money. Would anyone like to help collect offering today? Let's see, who's sitting so nicely? You're sitting so nice. You want to help collect? Who else? You want to help? Come on and help. If you have offering, raise your hand and the buckets will be around to you. Does anyone have offering? Up over there. Some in the back. Is that everyone? Everyone who had an offering got the bucket, right? Okay, I'll take them. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause for helping. Thank you so much. Thank you. You all know what that means. It's time for worship. Get on your feet. Who wants to worship with a deep sea diver this morning? Let's see. Who's awake? Who's awake? Who's awake? Who's awake? You look awake. Why don't you go on up? Who's awake? Who's awake? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Any boys? Any boys? You want to go on? Go on up. All right. Yep. You come on up. Come on up. You can stand here and you can stand there. Can you say your name?
Liam.
Everyone say hi, Liam. Hi, Liam. I think you needed a little taller, What's your name, honey?
Fallon.
Fallon. Everyone say hi, Fallon. Hi, Fallon. We're going to count up to 3 and say hit it, Booth. Ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Hit it, Booth. We're going to start with some claps. on, keep it going, put your hands up. It's not that late, come on, not that early. I said late, that's silly. Get ready to step clap. There you go. Great job, great job. Ready to take it up again. Great. This is real love. Do it again, take it up. Good. This is real love. This is real love. Make it big, all the way up. There you go, all the way. Looking good. Get ready. Pull me closer. Holding my heart. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom. This is real love. Awesome, clap it out. Great job, great job. Get ready to step clap. Looking good, 11. Get ready to pull closer. There you go, holding my heart. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom. This is real love. Make it big. Awesome, it's so good to worship him this morning. Get ready for pulling me. Holding my heart. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom. This is real love. This is real love. Okay, this is the part where we're going to get ready to make it really big. And I don't want anyone on their feet. We're all going to dance and sing for God, okay? Let's clap it out for a little bit. Get ready, I'll tell you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, jump! This is real love. Jump around again. This is real love. Again, big. Looking good, 11, looking good. Ready, pull me closer. Holding my heart. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom. This is real love. One more time. Great job. High five. Thanks for worshiping with me. Thanks for worshiping. Okay, if you're like me, after worship, you need to take a few deep breaths. So why don't we do that? Ready? 1, 2, 3, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, breathe out. Now, I love worshiping with you all, singing and dancing for him and living our lives for God. It's just truly amazing to do together as a community in church. But now it's that time where we calm down, we focus, and get ready for what the Bible has to teach us today. Because there's always so much we can learn from the Bible. Now let's prepare our hearts and our minds and see what someone your age can do for God. Big things.
Dear God, I admit it, I wasn't looking forward to spending so much time with Grandma over the summer. She had to drive me to camp every day, and then get me afterwards, pick me up from friends' houses, and take me, well, wherever I needed to go. We were together every single day. And I knew she would always have that same candy she always carries. Yeah, it's good, but still, every single time. second week, I started to write on the wrappers. I saved them and had this idea to put down some of the things I loved about home. When it was time for me to go home, I gave her the present I made. God, thank you so much for the time I got to spend with Grandma. I may not be a fan of the candy, but I really love it. Love, Jordan.
Hey everyone! How are y'all doing this morning? Good! All right, apparently nobody's here, so I don't know, maybe I'll ask again. How are y'all doing this morning? Good! There we go, that is more like it. So, all month long, we're talking about love. And love is showing others how much they matter to you. And last week, we learned about the greatest commandment, that we should love Jesus and we should love people. But this week, we're going way back. You know how far back? Way back to the very beginning. Before the world existed, anything that we know existed, someone existed, and that was God. God has always existed, and he always will exist. And we're going to be looking at the book of Genesis. Do you all know what the word Genesis means? Well, here, let me give you some options and maybe you can figure it out. So let's see. We've got jeans, but for your sister. Jean sis. Yeah, that's a little weird. How about a girl named Jen who is a sister? You know, Jen, a sis. Or how about beginning? Or ending? Which one do you think? Beginning? Well, you'd be right. The word Genesis means beginning, which is really cool because the first book in the Bible that talks about the beginning of everything is Genesis. So, in particular, we're going to be looking at Genesis chapter 1 and 2. So, the first verses in the whole Bible say this: "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth didn't have any shape and it was empty. There was darkness over the surface of the waves. At that time, the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. God said, 'Let there be light.' And there was light." So, God said, "Let there be light," and then there was. God spoke, and it happened. Out of nothing, God created something. But the world that we live in isn't just light, right? Like, there's a lot more. So God said, "Let there be a huge space between the waters. Let it separate water from water." And that might seem a little weird to us. Like, what does it mean separating water from water? Well, in this case, it means the sky. And that's what happened. God created the sky. But, we have the ground, right? So actually next, God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered into one place. Let dry ground appear." And just like before, God said it, and it happened. Suddenly, the waters parted, and dry land appeared. And so now there was light, and there was water, and there was sky, and there was ground. But what about, the sun, the moon, and all the stars? Or even, how about plants? Because God said, "Let the land produce plants. Let them produce their own seeds, and let there be trees on the land that grow fruit with seeds in it." Let each kind of plant or tree have its own kind of seeds. And that's what happened. God said that, and that's exactly what happened. Out of nothing, yet again, God created something. He created plants. He created fruit. He created even vegetables. Do you all like vegetables? No? Well, I'll just say, I don't know. There are some vegetables that are really good, but we'll get back to the story. God said, "Let there be," and that's what happened. And then God said, Let there be lights in the huge space of the sky. Let them separate the day from the night. And do you all know what that means? The sun, the moon, all of the stars that you see in the night sky, God created all of them. And then God started creating the creatures and all of the animals. So he said, let the seas be filled with living things. Let birds fly above the earth across the huge space of the sky. And that's exactly what happened yet again. God created birds. Anything that flies through the sky, he created. So all sorts of birds, all sorts of creatures. But then God also said, let the land produce every kind of living creature. Let there be livestock and creatures that move along the ground and wild animals. And just like before, that's what happened. You had animals. You had all sorts of creatures that live on the land that God created. He created things like lions and sheep and goats and cows and all of these animals God created. And God saw that it was all good. He said it himself. It was good. But God wasn't done. Because now God said, let us make human beings so that they are like us. Let them rule over the fish in the seas and the birds in the sky. Let them rule over the livestock and all the wild animals. And let them rule over all the creatures that move along the ground. But this happened a little differently. Instead of just speaking and it happening, God did something a little different when he made us. He took some of the dirt from the ground that he created, and he formed it into the shape of a person. And then he breathed life into it. And that first person was Adam, the first man. And God took Adam and he put him in the world that he created. And he had Adam name everything that God created, all of the creatures. So things like lions or even moose, which is not meese, by the way, if you have multiple. Just remember that. It's not. It's moose. Right, Adam? It's moose? Okay, cool. It's moose. Cute little guy. Well, while Adam was doing all of this, God saw something. He saw that Adam was alone. He didn't have somebody with him. He didn't have somebody to live life with. So God decided to do something more. He put Adam into a deep sleep, and he took one of his ribs. And from that, he formed Eve, the first woman. So, he's a little tired. He's been naming all the animals recently, you know. Lot going on. Hey, Adam, you got some work to do. So, God created Adam and Eve, the first people, the first humans. And he told them to take care of this world that he created, all of the creatures, all of the living things. He told them to use the plants around for food and to take care of everything and to be in community with each other. And as we are going to learn next week, things may not have gone exactly to plan, but for right now, everything was very good. In fact, everything was perfect because God created it perfect. Well, Adam and Eve, I think you probably have some more things to go take care of. You know, there's a lot to do. There's a lot of animals around here that you probably need to take care of. So how about you all do that, and I'm going to wrap up the story. Thank you. So, God took all of these things and created them out of nothing. He created everything very good, and he said it himself, that everything was very good. But keep in mind also that he told Adam and Eve to be in community with each other and to take care of everything, to show his love to this world that he created with everything in it. It's why we say here that we need to love Jesus and love people. Because by doing those two things, we're able to love everyone just as God intended. And so that's so important to do. And the way that we do that is by being in community with each other, by taking time to teach each other about Jesus, to learn about everything amazing that God has done and will do. And one of the ways that we do that is here in the park. But our fifth graders, you all are going to be aging out here in the next couple weeks. So what are you all going to do? Well, there's a really awesome opportunity that you all get to have, which is called Peak Youth. And it's this really cool opportunity because you get to spend every week, you get to spend time in community with people just like you, learning about Jesus and deepening your faith and getting to learn more about God. And we actually have the highlight video from last year's Peak Youth to be able to show you guys, so you guys can see some of the really cool things you get to look forward to doing. So let's take a look. that looks really amazing, doesn't it? And for those of you who aren't about to go into 6th grade, well, it's still something really cool to look forward to. And I can tell you, as somebody who was part of it for all 7 years that I could, it was really, really awesome. But let's go ahead and let's wrap up the story. So, let's take a look at our bottom line for this week. Our bottom line is God made us to take care of each other. And there's lots of ways that we can do that. We can do that through just helping to cheer someone up if they're having a bad day, or even if they're going through a really tough time, just being there to support them. There's so many things that we can do to show other people God's love through us. And it's really important that we do that because God created us to be in community with one another, to learn more about him and to show his love to everyone and everything in this world. So, let's pray and ask God to help us do just that. Hey God, thank you so much for everything that you've given us, for doing everything that you do, for creating this entire world, to even sending your Son to save us. Lord, I ask as we go into this next week that you continue to be with us and you continue to help us to show your love to the world around us. We pray all this in Jesus' name and we thank you.